Hello everyone, welcome back. I know we're filming in a new place. I hope you don't mind. We're switching it up. I guess that's how I felt today. I don't know. I'm like literally in my little swivel rolling chair even. If I'm swaying about, that is why. But today's video, we're talking all about scents that smell like a spa. They're relaxing, they're rejuvenating, they are refreshing. And I feel like I have just been really into those scents as of late. Something about springtime and just, I think where I'm feeling like I am pulling a lot of energy from these scents, okay? These scents are grounding me. These scents are helping me kind of function and just take a moment to breathe in and out, to find my center, to get it together, to use my energy to get something done. Like that is what these scents are doing for me right now. So I thought I would share with you some perfumes, but I also have some candles, some body care. Like there's a lot in this realm, and I feel like all of these kind of tie into that same kind of refreshing feeling. Even if they're not perfumes, the body care, all that, I feel like the self-care that comes from using those products and the scent that they give off, I've just been loving, so I thought I would share them with you guys. We'll start with perfumes. I'll leave timestamps down below, at least for product sections, but just in case you want to jump around. So I feel like this is the scent that inspired this whole video. This is Pink Canyon from Skylar, and this is just one of my go-to perfumes when I want something uplifting and light and just clean, but not like floral clean and not like girly clean. This is woody, this is citrus, it has grapefruit, it has some salt, I believe it has some cedar in here, and it is just so good. To me, this is like way better than a Jo Malone's sea salt, wood sea salt sage. I don't know. I don't know the order. I'm so sorry. If you like that kind of perfume, I definitely think you would like this, but this one to me is just, I don't know, that one comes off a little like more like vinegar, honestly, a lot of the time to me. The woodiness in here is just so great. It's like a little aromatic. Whenever I talk about this, I talk about like the sea hitting the forest, almost like something breezy and fresh, and it feels like a forest, but it also smells like the sea. It's like both of those things combined. So yeah, like a cliffside at the sea, you know? It's just beautiful and such a pick-me-up. I find this also lasts a really long time, so I love that. If you're into like clean girl fragrances, it girl fragrances, you want something that just feels put together and sophisticated, but not like stuffy and not mature. Like this isn't powdery. There's still like a liveliness, at least to me, about it. I think you should definitely check this out. So good. Next on my list is Lee's Beau, and this one is such a beautiful woody aromatic smell, and this is like a woody aromatic vanilla. Now this vanilla is not a very sweet vanilla, so if you're a vanilla girl like me where you like that ooey gooey vanilla, that's not the vanilla that's coming off here. Do not get me wrong, okay? This is mostly super woody, like pretty dry woods to me, as well as like aromatic. It really feels like you are walking through a forest. It's so good. I get a little bit of spice, but nothing too much. It's just like the wood itself is so dry, it almost comes off a little spicy is how I get it. But then as this dries down, the vanilla kind of comes out a little bit. And I feel like if you like something like Atelier Cologne Vanille Insensé, I think that's what it's called. This doesn't have any like citruses to it, so I think that one does, but this just is more that like woody vanilla without the sweetness, and I really love it. So refreshing. I feel like this is another really clean one. A lot of these are that. Like think someone's in a towel with their hair wrapped up, you know, like spa vibes, clean girl vibes, like you just did your skincare routine and you're like breathing in, maybe you're about to meditate. Like all of these fragrances I feel like go with that, but this is like a woody, almost sauna-like vibes, but we'll get into another one that's like a sauna, but I love this one. This is a great unisex fragrance as well. I say this every time, all fragrances can be worn by anyone, but I feel like specifically in this video, a lot of these are going to run that kind of in between a masculine scent and a feminine scent with like a clean woody edge on almost all of them. I just love Beau, and it also lasts a really long time, I find, on me as well, which is great. All right, if you really want sauna vibes, Byredos de los Santos, to me, that is what this is. This is a really sage heavy fragrance. It also has ambroxan in the base, so it's just really aromatic. But for my nose, what I get from this, it's different right now. That's so interesting. It really smells more tea-like to me in the moment, but I get a couple different things. So as I wear this, like I just love the ambroxan. It does have a little bit of that Byredo DNA. To me, this is like the part of Vanille Antique from them without the vanilla. So without that sweetness, that's what this kind of reminds me of. But I get something very herbal and like tea with this one. I get a mixture of a dry tea, like a loose leaf dry tea, but I also sometimes get something a little hay-like with this one, just very dry plant material that is dried, okay? That's what I get from this, but in a really nice way, like clean and kind of fresh. I also get like wood sauna vibes from this too. So if that sounds at all interesting to you, I do think this is one you should check out and smell. I got this last year when it came out and I've used like a third of my bottle up, so it's definitely one that I go to. I feel like this is just such a unique smell on me, but also something I just want to keep smelling, I keep wanting to wear. So if you want to spend a day in the sauna or also a day like on the farm with hay around you, this is one to check out. At least it's like clean, fresh, dried hay. You know what I mean? All right, I feel like this is the last like major woody fragrance that I'm gonna be mentioning, and I talked about this very recently, but this is Milky Musk from Parlez Moi, and this is just a sandalwood musk fragrance. I just love sandalwood. I love woody fragrances, so when I think of spas, like those are the ones I'm gonna go for more, as opposed to something with like patchouli in it or even eucalyptus. I still like a minty smell as well, and we'll get into some more scents in other ways, but this one is just so addicting to me. It's so simple, it's clean. I feel like this is like for a white button-down shirt and linen. Like it's a very nice spring summer scent, I think. I always say this, but this is a scent that on someone else, I'm just like addicted to it. Like I want to know what you're wearing. I want to douse myself in it, and I also want to like be around you. It's like a milky, creamy sandalwood musk, and it's not creamy in this really like dense way, but I feel like it's almost a little bit of a sweetened up sandalwood as opposed to something a little bit drier and a little bit more spicy. It doesn't actually have really sweetness to it, but it's just so beautiful. And I feel like this one's a little bit more of like a relaxing woody scent as opposed to a more refreshing woody scent. Like to me, the Lise Beau as well as the De Los Santos from Byredo are a little bit more uplifting and a little bit more energizing, whereas this one to me is like a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more chilled out, you know? There's something softer, rounder about this woody scent, and I just love it. Next, I'm gonna get into a few herbal fragrances. So You or Someone Like You from Etat Libre d'Orange. This is a very refreshing, like to me, this is like a face mist of a smell. Oh, it's like a fresh herb garden. You've just cut some mint, you've just cut some grass. It's very green and minty, so refreshing. It kind of like clears your nasal passage, but not in a super medicinal way. It's like light and airy. This is definitely very springtime. I don't know why I'm getting like English countryside or something, but I do. I'm like Peter Rabbit, Peter Cottontail. There's some citruses in here, there's some neroli, so you get a little bit of that brightness, a little bit of a bitterness as well, but I feel like it all ties really nicely together, and I think this is pretty unique. So if you're looking for something really green and uplifting and like a garden, a little vegetal, but in a really nice way. I feel like not too literal of a way, but also totally kind of literal. I think you should check this one out. It's a very nice, refreshing fragrance. This to me is like, if you like tea tree oil, you like eucalyptus, those types of scents, I think this is one you'd really like. The other more like herbal and green kind of fragrance that I have here, this one's from Aesop, and this is called Tacit. Now this is one I don't find myself reaching for as much. This is definitely early on, before I even like really was collecting perfume to the extent that I do now. This is really basil heavy, so lots of basil in here, and I find that the basil in this actually pulls almost a little licorice smelling to me. Like this is the first time in a long time where I haven't just got straight licorice. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I just like loved this. But this is one I like waited on the bottle. I used up a ton of samples before I like bit the bullet. And again, I have like a third of the bottle done, but there's also some citrus in here as well as some vetiver. You definitely smell that vetiver. It almost comes off like I'm getting something a little bit of a smoky vetiver in this right now, which is interesting because usually it's a lot more like green. I feel like though my nose has been off the last couple of days. I'm like walking around and just smelling like bad smells all over the place. Like I mean that happens a lot, but man, my nose has just been so weird lately. Anyway, I feel like anything from Aesop, honestly, if you're looking for spa, meditative, herbal, or just any of those more like clean types of scents, if you like incense at all, any of that, they have quite a few different perfumes now. I think they have, I just was in there, I think they're up to like almost 7, I think, something like that. They have quite a few at this point, but this is the one that I have, and definitely spa vibes. Not my favorite anymore, but definitely one I used to really enjoy. I have 2 more fragrances left to talk about. This next one is from House of Beau. This is Espiritu, and this was actually sent to me from Twisted Lily a while ago. This is the one I picked out from their initial line. They've since come out with 3 more fragrances I really want to get my nose on. I think I've smelled there's like an oud one, and I ordered a sample of that, but the other samples were out of stock on Twisted Lily. Anyway, not what this video is about, but this is a herbal, like aromatic. There's some sage in here, but it also has some leather notes. There's some iris in here. So I find this to be like soft yet strong. I feel like the leather that's in here more comes out to me on the dry down and just adds, it's like a little bit more like new car leather, like that kind of clean leather smell. It has some osmanthus, and I feel like you get those florals. There's something a little powdery going on. There's something aromatic. I feel like my nose cannot be trusted tonight because everything really is smelling a little bit different. It's so bizarre. But to me, this is like the most sophisticated out of all of the scents that I'm talking about, all the fragrances. I feel like this is the most like signature scent, clean girl kind of fragrance that is here. I feel like it lasts a really long time. I feel like the bottle also fits with the aesthetic so well. This is like a carved stone top. It is just absolutely beautiful. I love the look of these fragrances, and I feel like the scent kind of matches what's going on here. Really beautiful, and I feel like that leather really anchors it in a really nice way. It gives it some nice longevity. It kind of elevates it a bit. It has a little bit of like something spicy going on, but very soft, very powdery as well. I really like this. I like the aromatics that are in here, and I definitely think you should give this one a smell. To me, that's like my grown-up days where I like have my shit together and I just want to feel breezy but strong. Like that's what that fragrance is. And last, I thought I would give a softer option. This is Ulrich Lang's Leith, and this is a really soft, like lavender, vanilla, aromatic kind of fragrance. It's also a bit musky. To me, this is reading really lavender right now, which is really nice. And just, I feel like this is a good one for bed or more like running errands, or if you just want a soft fragrance as well. But this one's really good like getting out of the shower. You still have like a few things to kind of wind down for the night. It's not going to be too strong on your skin once you're kind of like tucking into bed. It's so beautiful. It almost smells like one of those little lavender satchels that you'd put in your pillow, something like that. Like it's more than just lavender, but I feel like it's the perfume version of something like that. It's really nice. Definitely a good one if you're looking for something a little bit softer and muskier and kind of powdery. Really, really great. And also not too sweet of a vanilla. Out of all of these spa scents, this is the one that's like cuddling you in a blanket, you know, like this is the soft one that's just like letting you rest, letting you renew, you know what I mean? Where some of these other ones are like, get your ass up, let's go, like get revived, get refreshed, get energized. This one's like hugging you and letting you like chill out for a bit. It's really nice. All right, so those are all my fragrances that I wanted to talk about. Now we're gonna move on to some beauty products that have some spa scents to them. And I also feel like the product themselves really work well for a treat yourself kind of self-care moment. And I really have been gravitating to that. And I feel like both the things combined, the smell and the product itself, really creates a great experience and gives me exactly what I need. So anyway, let's get into it. If you guys follow me on my beauty channel, then you already know I love this Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Mine's like gone. I'm gonna get this during the Sephora sale, which I think I might try to get a Sephora recommendations video up or something like that for the sale for perfume specifically. So let me know if you'd want me to do that, like my top 10 scents at Sephora, maybe something like that. Anyway, the Beauty Elixir from Caudalie is such a great mist. If you're looking for just like a skincare mist that can refresh you throughout the day, I would say I mostly use this when I get out of the shower before I do my skincare. I love it, especially in the mornings though, because it does have a little bit of a minty smell to it. So think something almost like You or Someone Like You, like this has a minty zing. This also does, and I feel like it's just so refreshing and so like energizing when I'm getting up and kind of need that. So I love this. This is so, so beautiful. Such a self-care moment for me, like ritualistic. Okay, rituals. Along with that, this is a new line from Tatcha, and I feel like Tatcha in general just has such beautiful products, and I feel like all their stuff kind of goes with the theming of this video, but specifically they've come out with a body care line recently, recently, and this is the Hinoki body wash, but they also have a body milk, which is so good and smells amazing. I'm gonna also be picking that up during the sale. But the scrub slash body wash is pretty nice. It has little, they're not actual beads, like not like the band beads that are like going into fish in the ocean, but the scrubbing particles that are in here are something like that, and they're really soft. So this is not gonna give you a really tough exfoliating, like this is not like a sugar scrub, anything like that, but it's actually really nice. And probably TMI, but I was at an Airbnb with my husband and it had 2 shower heads. So we were taking a shower and I was like, oh, put this body wash on my back, like, you know, scrub my back. And it felt so good, you guys. Like, I had not known the power of these little scrubbers because I was kind of like initially like, you know, it's a little soft, it's okay. But the moment that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a whole different experience. So to be honest, my like true recommendation is that you get someone to rub it on you if you can. Do that. I know, where is this channel going? I don't know, but it was really beautiful. And then the milk, the body milk that goes with it, same scent, absolutely beautiful as well. Very much spa, like just so refreshing, so amazing. Like, you know, my biggest dream right now is to have a nice renovated bathroom. I'm an apartment girl, so like that's not happening for a really long time, but man, can I dream, okay? Like, I left that Airbnb, like, how do I make this happen? How do I upgrade my shitty shower? And I think that's gonna be like a journey I'm on. I actually have like upgraded this bathroom even from where it was, but I'm like ready to find some renter-friendly upgrades because I want the shower experience. Another shower gel that's really nice if you're looking for something spa-like. This one is more like the Leaf perfume though. So a little bit more comforting, a little more cozy, I would say, than really renewing and refreshing in a more herbal way. It's kind of grimy, but this is the shower gel from Moroccan Oil. This is just the original scent. I love the scent of Moroccan Oil. It's just like this ambery, soft, like skin scent, and it is so good. I specifically love the body wash when I'm taking showers at night. I feel like it just like lingers on my skin just enough and makes me feel expensive. I feel like it leaves my skin feeling nice and soft without being like too much. Like, you know, the body wash itself isn't like the most amazing thing, but the scent is so nice. I feel like the bottle, like the experience of this is really, really great. So I love that one. For more like a nighttime kind of settling down routine, I think this is the last kind of skincare product like for your actual face before I get into like full-on body favorites. This is from Lush, and this is the Mask of Magnum Tea, and this is one of those fresh masks that they do. This isn't one you have to keep in the fridge, which is nice, but it is really minty, and this gives you that like classic spa experience, like where you'd put cucumbers on your face, you know what I mean? It's really refreshing, kind of green smelling, and there's like particles in here, so it's kind of thick and kind of chunky in a way. And so as you put it on and it dries out, when you take it off, it kind of gives you a little bit of a scrub. I would not recommend if you have like sensitive drains, I guess, because the particles in here, I don't know, I would just be careful about the particles and making sure that you have like proper ways to get this down the drain. Again, maybe that's just apartment problems, I don't know, but geez. Anyway, I feel like masking in general is such a great way to have that kind of spa feeling, and this one specifically just gives me classic like girls' night. Classic towel in the hair, face mask on, cucumbers on the eyes. That's what this is. I'm gonna finish the body section with a couple of scrubs. So I have 2 options. One's more bougie and one is a little bit more affordable. I love the Way body scrubs. They are so good. And if you're looking for more of like a spa experience that smells a little bit like a hair salon, because Way does a lot of hair products, that is what the original body scrub will do for you. And if you want something a little bit more tropical, but not overly fruity and not too juvenile or cheap smelling, like sometimes fruity can go that way, like I'm sorry, but it's kind of true. They have one called St. Bart's. Oh, it is so good. I'm out of it currently. Again, I will be buying that again. But I'm telling you, whether you get St. Bart's one or you get the original, these scrubs not only smell amazing, but the feel, the experience is top notch. If you have not gotten into a body scrub, you're just like, I can't get into it, and you haven't tried this, I just think that it'll change you, because that's what happened to me, okay? Like, it changed my thoughts on body scrubs. I was like, shit, this is amazing. Like, this is so nice in the shower. This is such a treat to really scrub your body down head to toe, really kind of massage your body. I don't know why this video is getting so sensual. I'm sorry, guys. But I absolutely love it. Anyway, it's one you have to check out. And if you were thinking about it, but you're kind of put off by the price, I get it. I get it. It is so expensive, but I promise you it's so good. You need to get it. Let this be the thing that convinces you, please. If you're on a budget though, and you're looking for something that is gonna give some spa stuff, I know this packaging is hideous, okay? I hate it. I hate that I'm that influenced by marketing, but okay, Dr. Teal's, can you get it together? Because this pink Himalayan salt scrub, if this were packaged in like an expensive looking package, or you know, just something that had actual marketing behind it that isn't, you know, Dr. Teal's, like we all know what that looks like. I think they could sell this for so much more. I don't want them to. I'm glad that they don't. This is more of like a sugar scrub. It's not the same texture at all like the Way one, but I just think for $5, I think that's how much I paid for this. It has like a kind of grapefruit, like salty grapefruit, just kind of clean scent to it, and it just smells like a spa. Like if I went to a spa and they used this on me, I'd be like, wow, what a nice like scrub. And it's like Dr. Teal's, okay? So just get past the packaging, maybe put it in a repurposed packaging. Sometimes I do that with my scrubs. And this will definitely give you some spa vibes in the shower. Very clean, very like I'm putting eucalyptus in my shower and I'm scrubbing my body with this. Speaking of, tell me if you guys do the eucalyptus in the shower. I've seen it, but I have not done it yet. I just feel like my shower, I just need to upgrade it. I'm gonna figure out ways to upgrade my shower somehow. Anyway, but I have been exploring the world of shower steamers. So these are like little, basically bath fizzes that go in your shower and kind of leave a nice aromatic smell as you're showering. I don't necessarily recommend these ones, but I'm bringing this up in this video because if you have recommendations for really good shower steamers, let me know, because I feel like it is sparse out there. Like I'm looking and looking, and I think that these are more trendy, and I'm like, where are the good ones? These I got at World Market, and they are the I Hope You Feel Beautiful Today shower steamers. Like what the hell kind of name is that? This is just like some fake bull crap. I'm sorry, Addison and Gates, but what is that? Are you a real company? Anyway, Juniper and Lemon is the one I went with, and I wish that I had tried any other one. I've used these a few times, and I feel like the shower steamer itself is fine, but it's not my favorite scent. So let me know if you have some that you really like down below. I would love to check them out. Last category to round out this video, we have some hand soaps and we have some candles. I'm gonna go with hand soaps, and once again, I have some bougie options and I also have a more inexpensive option, but only if you hurry, okay? Only if you hurry. So many of you guys probably already know my love for the Aesop hand soap. This is the Reverence one. They have two different hand soaps, and this is the one that has pumice in it. So it is just a beautiful experience, you guys. Again, if you're thinking about getting this hand soap, I really highly suggest it. It smells super herbal and just clean and grown up in a way that I just can't explain to you, okay? It is so good. It feels so refreshing, and this is also that kind of self-care moment for me when you're washing your hands and it's scrubbing them and you rinse it off. Your hands feel softer. It just like gives you this moment to like realize how hard your hands work. Like I know I get a little woo-woo in this video, but it's almost like this mini massage that you're giving your hands. It feels so amazing. Absolutely love this, and I think it's worth the price because you're also getting 16.9 fluid ounces, which is like 2 soaps, like 2 other soaps. So it's still a lot, don't get me wrong. It's like about $20 per regular soap, or 40, I know, 40 for this soap, but I'm telling you, I've repurchased it over and over again. My husband also loves it. It's so amazing. Another kind of bougie option, and if you don't have an Erewhon near you, then it might not be possible, but this is the hand soap from Erewhon, and I just wanted to try it out. It says it's infused with essential oils of cedarwood, lavender, orange, and rosemary, and the smell on this is really nice. This retails for like $24, so if you're looking at the Aesop one, it's like a deal. But to me, it's still really expensive, and I honestly just suggest the Aesop because this does not have any scrubbing particles to it, but it is pretty nice. It's a little bit thin, but the smell's really great and it feels nice on my hands. So I thought I would just mention that, but I feel like I'd either go with the Aesop or this next one that I'm going to talk about. And this is a hand soap from Bath & Body Works, but this smells like so much more expensive, like so much more expensive, you guys. This is Terracotta Canyon. I don't know if the first year ever was last year that it came out, but when it came out last year, I fell in love and I bought so many backups. And then throughout the year I used them and loved them, and I finally was getting down to the last bit and they re-brought it back, which was so amazing for spring. So this is notes of golden amber, desert jasmine, and warm sandalwood. This smells like an expensive hotel, an expensive spa. Like this is not like normal Bath & Body Works scents at all. I highly suggest it. I already have my stash like stashed up, okay? I'm embarrassed to say how many of these that I have, but not so embarrassed to do it. I just love this soap. I feel like the Bath & Body Works foaming soaps aren't my favorite. They go a little fast and my hands can get a little dry using them. So again, the Aesop one to me is just top notch because I never get dry hands, and me and my husband wash our hands a lot. We wash our hands probably too much. So anyway, that's like the only downside, but I just love it. It is so good. The smell is so there and perfect for this spa video. And last, we're leaving it off on a Bath & Body Works note because I have some candles. I'm sure there are a lot of other candles that smell spa-like out there, but I was really inspired also to do this video because of these candles coming out from Bath & Body Works. So first off, Bergamot Waters. This is a pretty classic scent from Bath & Body Works. This has notes of sparkling bergamot, pristine blue waters, sugared citrus, and creamy sandalwood. It's a very light scent for Bath & Body Works, and I actually really like that because it's one I can kind of put on and not feel like it's overpowering my whole house. And I feel like sometimes when I'm really gravitating to those spa scents, I don't want something super overpowering and I don't want it to just be thick in the air. And this is like refreshing and light and just perfect. This one I haven't burned, but I've been burning another one. I bought 2 of these because I knew I would go through it, and I know I've been just craving these for my house. Bergamot Waters is great, but then there are some new scents. Like they've been coming out with these like more contemporary looking candles, almost like these kind of clean, minimal looking candles, and I've really been interested in the scent combinations. It feels a little more refined in general for Bath & Body Works. So this is the Palo Santo and Sage candle. This has notes of clary sage, Palo Santo, and amber woods. This one's really great. It's definitely aromatic and woody, but it's like soft and kind of powdered as well. I really like this. I feel like this is a good one for nighttime with like the light going. It definitely gives off a little bit of warmth from this scent, but still very light and kind of airy and not overpowering. And then last, this is Bergamot and Birch. This has notes of bergamot, black amber, and birchwood. This is another one that's really nice. This isn't as powdered as the last scent, and it's not as like smooth. This one almost has a little bit of spice to it, and I have already burned this one, so maybe I'm getting a little bit of the smoke from, you know, the residual of the burn. But I've really loved this one as well, and I just am really happy that they have some different scents going on. I mean, I love their foodie scents. I love like a buttercream vanilla or, you know, a buttered marshmallow, you know, like I'm down for those scents, but I also have the side of me that loves these kind of like clean spa scents. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to know what scents or just any category of product that I've mentioned in here where it has this kind of vibe and scent. I would love to know your guys' recommendations down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for being here. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.